is the craziest story I have is I swear this is gonna sound, it's so ridiculous like saying it out loud, but guys, I am convinced that I did in fact see a Skinwalker one time, like a real deal fucking Skinwalker. It was this weird looking, I don't even want to say cat. It was like a cat, like a big cat. And I was actually with a girl, and she was with me, and we both saw this thing. But essentially, like this, it was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and we were just driving together. I want to say cat, but it wasn't. It wasn't a cat. It looked like a cat because it had the shoulders like a mountain lion does. Like, you know how mountain lions like stalk their prey and their shoulders are up? It was like that, but it was really long. Like, I mean, like a cat dog, dude. Like, it was really long, and it wasn't tall either. It was only probably like knee height, but it was this really long, weird looking cat thing, and it kind of glided across the road. Perspective. But essentially, like, I slammed on the brakes. The fucking thing looked at us, and it, like, in the milliseconds that it looked at us, it was gone. But like, it was this huge cat thing. It looked at us. It had these crazy yellow eyes, and it was gone. This all happened in a fraction of a second. We saw it, and it was gone. I slammed on the brakes when I saw it, and when I slammed on, and here's the thing is, like, my headlights, it was like it disappeared as my headlights illuminated it. So it was that guy's clan tag is Iron W, probably an iron worker. It got illuminated as or it disappeared as the headlights were illuminating it, and it was like in just at the edge of the lights, you could see it crawling into the road. And then the second my headlights like fully illuminated it, it was gone, just like that. Oh my god, guys! When I slammed on the brakes, right by the time I slammed on my brakes, the thing wasn't there anymore. So I was at 4 a.m. I was fucking exhausted. So I was like, hey, like, sorry, I think I just hallucinated. And she put her hands on my shoulder, and she's like, no, dude, I fucking saw that too. Like, I saw that. I didn't say anything because I thought I was hallucinating. And I was like, no, like, I saw that shit too, like the giant cat. And she was like, yeah, I fucking saw that with the glowing eyes. I was like, yes. And we both saw the same fucking thing. We proceeded to tell every single person we saw for the rest of the day that we saw a ghost. The dog, it wasn't a dog, it was more like a giant cat. It was like we both saw it but didn't say something at first because we both thought that we were crazy. We both at the same time thought that we were seeing shit. And then it was only like a second after we were like, you saw that? It was like, yeah, I saw that. It was like a fucking like holy fuck moment. It wasn't even like a dog or a cat. I only say it was like a cat because it had those giant shoulders. I did. Ryan knows about it because I told everyone about it. Like, I told all of my friends about it the same day it happened. I proceeded to tell every living being I've ever known about it. Dude, it was hair standing. Like, the hair on my neck stood up. It was not like a regular animal. Whatever it was just like weird. And it was almost like ghastly. Yeah, well, here's the thing is, if she didn't tell me that she also saw it, I would have attributed it to me just being overtired. Like, I wouldn't have attributed it to just seeing shit. You know what's funny is, it's been a few years now since it happened, and as time has gone on, it's almost like my brain is convincing myself that I was misunderstanding or misreading it. Like, every time I recall the memory, my brain is almost like just automatically explaining it away as something. But then every now and then I talk to her and we'll talk about the story, and it kind of just reinforces it, like, no, we did fucking see some weird thing in the road. The reality is 99% of people are full of shit. Like, it's true. People are full of shit. They make stuff up. Like, and it's either they make stuff up or it really is just a big case of misidentification. It happens. But that's why it's really hard for me to believe a lot of people. However, there are sometimes shit that is really just unexplainable. I don't know if stream can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear the phone call. Hello?
Hi.
Hey, can you confirm that we did in fact see a Skinwalker animal thing in the road one night at 4 in the morning going to work?
I mean, we saw something. We saw the same thing. We talked about it afterwards.
What did it look like to you?
It looked like definitely like an animal, and it was like mid-shot. Like I guess that's a bad description, but like it looked like decent, like a big ass animal that was like long and like, but like kind of crouched down a little bit, and it looked like it was like halfway across the road, but also at the beginning of the road at the same time. But it was like translucent. But I think the creepiest part was like when it turned its head and like looked at us, its eyes were like glowy.
Yeah,
Yeah. But then it didn't like run across the street. It just like evaporated. Like it just like went away.
Yeah, and it was almost like it like glided across the street instead of running.
Like animals like kind of like bounce or like like they like like what's like gallop, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, they like crawl. Yeah.
This thing just like literally it didn't go up or down. It was just like one height the entire time.
I remember the eyes.
But it definitely turned its head and looked at us.
Yeah, and do you remember like the shoulders being really high up over its head?
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like it looks like it was like crouched, like like its head was crouched down.
Yeah.
But and not only that, but it definitely did like turn its head and look at us. Like it's not like it was like something like just like standing there like not moving. Like it definitely moved, and then it just like was see-through-ish.
Yeah, it did kind of have like this weird.
It didn't make its way all the way across the street. I would say it vanished like 3/4 of the way.
Yeah, it did. Because like by the time I hit the brakes, it was gone.
Yeah, because like I said, I didn't even say anything at first because I thought it was, I don't know, it's 4 in the morning. Like I thought I was like seeing something. Maybe I blinked and my eyes were blurry. So I didn't say anything when I like just like that's why I didn't react. And then when you slammed on the brakes and you're like, oh, I think I just hallucinated. I was like, oh my god, no.
Yeah.
I saw that.
It was fucking weird because I instantly, because like normally I'd be like, oh, that was an animal, and I would have been like, oh, I almost hit that fucking animal, but I was like, dude, I think I just like hallucinated. Like I think I just saw some shit.
It was very distinct, but remember like afterwards when we talked about it, it just felt like creepy. Like like it wasn't like, oh yeah, that was a deer, and like we're overreacting. Like I don't remember. It was just like weird after.
Yeah.
Like, no man, like remember we didn't want to say it. I was like, was that like real?
It was crazy because like as time went on, I started just like doubting myself in my own head. I was like, maybe I did like see something or like misunderstand something.
I think back to it and I'm like, I don't know what that was, but just because and then we described it afterwards, like, and it was like, we compare like our own, like what we both thought, and we both thought we saw the same thing, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah. It was definitely crazy.
I don't know, it's just the eyes for me, and like, why the fuck did it look at us? Like, that was so weird.
Yeah, the eyes were like glowing yellow.
Yeah.
And it was like a bright glowing yellow, like they were shining.
Yeah, like stoplight yellow.
Yeah, like that's a good way to put it. It was like stoplight yellow.
Yeah. No, we both saw the same thing.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, now that I'm thinking back to it, it really was like, holy fuck. It was like a whole shit moment, wasn't it? And you know what's funny is, like I said, like I think back to it and I even like doubt myself sometimes. Like I doubt myself, like, man, like, is that really what I saw? Or am I really just like fucked up in the head, like thinking I saw something totally different, but then you described the exact same thing that I saw? But that is a key point. It was really long. Like that's what it was. Like that's what I noticed. It was like stretched. Like I described it like cat dog. Like it was like really like stretched.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say like, yeah, like almost like a giant like cat or something. Like some sort of giant like cat animal. I don't know, but it was big like us.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. I'll let you go. Just stream needed to hear that story because I didn't want to sound like I'm crazy telling the stream how I saw a Skinwalker one time and they think I'm fucking full of shit.
I just don't feel like it was like a regular animal, you know?
Yeah, no, it definitely was something off about it. And like you're right actually when you say it was kind of almost translucent. Like it was like it looked like it was like a sprite going across the road, like a
Yeah, I know what an animal looks
like ethereal almost. It was weird. But yeah, okay. Thank you for confirming it with me. All right, I'll let you go.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, bye.
Bye. All right, guys. There you have it. There you have it. She's right when she says it was like translucent. It was, like, thinking on it, it was kind of like, because it didn't walk. It didn't walk. It was like, it like just slid, and it was there in the road, and it was facing the other way, and as the headlights illuminating it, it like reared its head back, and the eyes were just super big, yellow, bright, glowing eyes, and it just was gone, just like that.